point cushion with a game in hand as they started this final match before the SPL winter break. Rangers gave Billy Dodds his Old Firm debut alongside Rod Wallace. John Barnes preferred Stilian Petrov at left wing-back rather than rearrange his central defence to accommodate the fit-again club captain Tom Boyd. Match commentator Archie McPherson.
It may carry the significance of an end-of-century game, but believe you me, it sounds, as it always has done to me, a cacophony of undiluted hatreds, which makes the desired playing of a classical, elegant game of football something of an improbability. But, as always, we hope for the best from two teams still hampered by injuries. Well, Celtic have only conceded one goal in the last 4 matches, and consequently, their defence has a settled look to it. Morton Vikos is out, of course, Mahe suspended, but into the side comes Tebeli and Vida Riese. Rangers have decided to leave out Kanchelskis, who scored a couple of goals against Motherwell recently because Claudia Reina is fit. Charbonnier has a second game back, and although there was talk of a Mato coming into the starting lineup, they have decided to play up front as usual Wallace and of course Billy Dodds, who scored and opened his account for Rangers last week at Motherwell and has now scored 10 goals in all this season. And only strangers from outer space would fail to know who's refereeing this game. Hugh Dallas will perhaps be under greater scrutiny than even the players. And as we end a century of Old Firm games and look forward to a new millennium, it is, I think, fairly typical, the broad appeal of these two clubs, that this game is going out live throughout the world on the internet. So an old-fashioned traditional game is married now with new technology. And one hopes the game does that technology justice. Petrov by that long high ball, testing out Moore. That shows you the strength right away of Mark Viduka, holding that ball down well. Tebeli. McNamara playing down this right-hand side, of course. Reina. Charbonnier, no hesitation about that. Billy Dodds. That is always a tentative, nervous start to this fixture. Pitch, a little bit soft. Vidmar gives support on that right-hand side. There's Ferguson. Vidmar going down the outside. He's got a bit of strength there, and I think he was impeded. Petrov. Oh no, as that went right down there, he dived right in front. Free kick. As usual, Bernd Broncos to take this. Lotto swinging it and touched away. That will be a corner kick. First corner of the match as Billy Dodds. Look at Dodds just in behind here, waiting for that ball to come across, although I think he was in an offside position. A lot of height in that. There's a touchdown. That's a good save by Gould. He had to get down there very quickly. Real cluster of players around him. Ferguson picks it up well. Newman. Well, it's a bad ball by Dodds now. Viduka. We're going to try to go in, try to turn his man. Amoruso comes across. Dodds will be annoyed about giving the ball away so liberally. Oh, a lovely little reverse one. There's a shot at goal. Off the post. Brilliant move by Celtic. And that surely is a free kick. No, the referee said a throw-in. Now watch this play here. All coming from this immaculate back heel. He took it with the outside of the foot. And Rangers survive. Moravchik found his man inside. That's a pro ball though. Reina comes away. Now Billy Dodds looking towards Wallace and gets him. There's no offside. Wallace going in on the left-hand side. There's nobody in the penalty area for Rangers now. He tries his shot. There was nobody inside him. Rangers had far too many players back in midfield who could not come forward to give support as Rangers get their best chance of the game so far. You could see he was totally isolated, and that was an almost impossible angle to take on. Amoruso. Nobody challenges Billy Dodds. And that was led by Tebele. And there must be a warning here by the referee. There have been 3 tackles. Very much like that. Nice, gentle reprimand. I think in any other set of circumstances, the card would have been out by now. Ladrokas. Alberts. Wallace. Berkovic gets away now. Berkovic again looking for the little run round the side. There's the attempt. He scored for Viduka. Celtic are 1-up. Gloriously put in by Viduka from a very difficult angle indeed. His 19th goal of the season. Sweetly struck by the big Australian international. Well, he's threatened it in the game already. Beautiful ball there. This was never going to be easy, but Charbonnier barely moved as this was slotted away from the Rangers goalkeeper. No chance there. 18 minutes gone and Celtic are 1-up. There's Moravchik. Little space there. Tebele coming forward. And Charbonnier just getting down to that. The sheer ferocity of that almost deceived a very experienced goalkeeper. There was a lot of spin as the ball came off the surface. That's a good save. Moravchik. Moravchik, as I said, really makes them tick. Put away by Amoruso there. It's very tight. Moravchik. Backed up by Berkovic. Space given to McNamara. Celtic again in that dangerous position away by Vidmar, though. Not all that effectively. Oh, the curve ball there, it's off the bar. Brilliant shot there by Moravchik. But the Rangers goalkeeper absolutely nowhere. Again, a curve ball swept in there. Ought to have gone in. Brilliant technique. And sometimes you need that little slice of luck to back it up. There's Ferguson. Vidmar. On to Dodds. Dodds with a chance. He scored. Billy Dodds has equalized. Give that man a little chance, a half chance, a fraction of a chance, and he'll snap it up. A typical Billy Dodds goal. He really hasn't touched the ball inside the penalty area to any effect until this moment. 27 minutes gone. Jonathan Gould, no chance. It's back to all square again. His third goal for Rangers. There might have been a little deflection there. He digs in hard. And that wrong foot goal, yes, there was a deflection, and he, perhaps not surprisingly, is delighted. Now McNamara. Berkovic. Viduka again. Well away that time. Moore followed him right out there, leaving Newman in the middle to get the headed clearance. Celtic with the corner kick, and this is a position that Rangers Haven't been defending all that well recently, and this man can really curl them in. Yes, pushed there by Tivoli. Long before the ball went in the back of the net. Yolbe comes forward. Easily picked up by Amoruso. Try to find Wallace again. And there goes the half-time whistle, a very eventful, and indeed by comparison with many other Old Firm games I've seen, splendid first 45 minutes. A superb opening goal by Mark Viduka. Look at the way he was running away from goal, difficult angle, and then turning it round quickly with Charbonnier, not a hope of touching it. And then the equaliser coming up from the man, I suppose, who's perhaps the best Scottish player we have in a situation like this, getting into the box for the first time, getting a shot in. It might have just got that deflection to deceive Gould, and that put Rangers on level pegging. We'll see what the second half. No changes in personnel at the start of the second half. Let me confirm that in the welter of noise at the end, and in the melee, Amoruso was booked probably for saying something to the referee. We'll just confirm that. There's Moore. Charbonnier sharply with that. A lot of good football played in this game. Seen a lot worse Old Firm matches in my day. There's a long one to Billy Dodds. Tries that, and it's just passed. Well, it shows you how sharp and dangerous he can be. Within 35 seconds, getting that splendid ball there. Had a lot of work to do, and he just went off the side of his foot. Great effort by Dodds. Taking reset on completely, eye on a ball, but it was more the side of the foot. You can see it spinning away. Gould realized that early on. Beautiful play there. Petrov trying to get in there. Good tackle by the Rangers player. Came away with it cleanly. Here's Ferguson. Now Reyna. Down the side it goes. In goes Wallace. And it just past Dodds. The second effort within a minute, and Rangers could have taken the lead. The ball from Wallace, I think, was played too hard. But again, they got in behind this Celtic defence. He was level as the ball was played here. Now, there's just a little bit too much weight in this, or else that would have ended up in the back of the net. But Broncos gave it away rather weakly. Now Berkovic. Moving from left to right at the moment, Berkovic. There's a little touch round there, and Charbonnier. Well, he had a very close look at that ball there. I think the bounce troubled him enormously. Nicely touched round, and there he had it at the second attempt. McNamara, can he fly it across? He does off the ball. Rangers survive again. Now it's trundled forward to Reyna. Reyna breaking. Now Dodds. There's Reyna. In it goes, and once again, needn't guess about who's going in there. Stops. Superb play. There he goes, stopped again. That's a poor pass this time. Now Newman. Rangers putting the ball out of play. Celtic injury. Moravchik again. He's not too happy a man here. Now watch this. A let-off for Rangers. Off the crossbar with Charbonnier going in the wrong direction. Yolbe did so very well to get up there. Amoroso kept that very coolly. Now Reina. Dodge, beautiful little turn. There's a lovely ball. And Talbot. Now Wallace, can he put it in? Off the line! Stubbs just getting it away. And the praise I've heaped upon him justifiably in this game, once again exemplified by his superb vision, understanding where the danger was. Here's Dodge. Plays it wide, Vidmar. Leaves it to Brent Brockhurst. Well, there was no hesitation about the Dutchman there. He had made up his mind as soon as Newman had decided to part with or dummy the ball to let fly. Well angled away, though. Radchik tried to judge that. Way by Vidmar. Bad play by Vidmar. And there's Charbonnier getting a little touch, Amoroso. And what a thankful in that Rangers defence there. Billy Dodds. Van Bronckhorst is there. Free kick. Yes, there'll be a booking there for Paul Lambert. Knew exactly what had to be done. Billy Dodds had to be stopped. Newman lying wide. Dodds. Here's Wallace trying to go to this. Tivoli's there. And a goal kick is awarded. A little bit of aggro between Tivoli and Wallace. And the referee and Jonathan Gould calms them down. Now Reina. Dodds again, going wide. Very often in this game, right and left-hand side. Good play by Reina in midfield. Now Newman. Wallace. Little touch to Newman, going in here. Good save. Lovely play between Wallace and Newman. And Gould was the match of it all the same. I think he realised what was coming in. Arthur Newman to his best foot too. Well, the man of the match is going to reset. No harm to the lad, but I thought Alan Stubbs has been quite outstanding in the match. Viduka. Neat little tackle there, though. That goes wide to right. Now Blinker. Goes round the outside. That's a decent ball and right. Coming into the box. His instinct was to go for it himself. And he had to. And puts it too wide. Good play by Blinker. Got that little bit of burst of pace, which I think could be important at this late stage of the game with 5 minutes remaining. Here's Wright. Good tackle by Newman. There's a ball. Just flicked away there by Tivoli. Billy Dodds chasing after the ball. Dodds. Little touch there, corner kick. Van Bronckhorst to take it. swung in there. Blinkers there. Now Van Bronckhorst, tired looking effort that. And there it is, the final whistle has gone. The last game of the century between these two famous clubs ends on a level square, and that, I think, is probably a reasonable reflection of how the play has gone. 2 goals in it. The first one, as I said at halftime, a superb strike, a difficult ball to take in the first place, and put away with great certainty. And then the reply by Billy Dodds, there was a deflection there. And after these 2 goals, well, there were so many other near misses, so many chances. But I have to say, this was, as I said right at the start, a game we hoped would live up to the expectations and to the fact that it was being beamed around the world. I think it did. The final score, Celtic 1, Rangers 1.
Well, the first half was a game of 2 halves. I thought the first 20 minutes we dominated, we scored the goal, we looked dangerous. We could have gone 2-0 up, but hit the post and came out. And then they equalised against run of play, and then when they equalised, I think that they dominated for the next 20 minutes.
Dick, I think at the end of 90 minutes you might be the happier coach of the two.
Why?
Because you've got a point away from home, and maybe John Barnes was looking to win the match.
Oh yeah, but at the end I think 1 point was well deserved. I think 2 excellent sides. As you know, there's a lot of pressure on both sides, but the way we act with an excellent referee, I think it was a big plus for football.
You know, we know that Rangers have got to drop points now, but we've still got to play them twice, and anything can happen in all firm games. You know, I think we all know that, and we've just got to get on with it. We've just got to worry about what we do now. As long as we keep winning, and if Rangers do drop points, then it's good. You know, but you know we've got to concentrate on what we do first rather than what Rangers do.
No, happy that we stay 4 points ahead. There's a game to go, but it's still a long season, and there's still 19 games to go, so everything can still happen.
Still improvement to come from Celtic, though, you feel?
Of course there is. There's always improvement. Everyone can improve, and you know, if we can play consistently like we did in patches today, I'll be happy.
There we are. Tommy Burns and Derek Johnson were at the game this afternoon. They join us in the studio tonight. Tommy, first of all, the general consensus seems to have been a really good 90 minutes. Would you agree?
Yeah, excellent, Jim. I think it was good entertainment, you know, end-to-end stuff. I think Celtic will probably feel a wee bit aggrieved because they possibly, you know, the best efforts in goal. But overall, I felt Rangers, you know, passed the ball exceptionally well. I was very, very impressed with Rangers.
Advocate Derek, despite seemingly not understanding that question, I think he will be the happier coach.
A terrible question to ask. He will be, because he's gone into that game today and everybody thought, well, Rangers will go there and defend and they'll be happy with a point. But they didn't. Rangers went out to get all 3 points today. I mean, Celtic had them under pressure, as he said, for the first 20 minutes, but they came right back into the game, a goal out of nothing. And I thought in midfield they dominated for most of the game. Rangers passed the ball. I felt were more composed than Celtic, especially in midfield.
John Barnes made the point, Tommy, about the first half of 2 halves, if you like, and really that was down to Mark Viduka. The first 15-20 minutes, he was really on fire, wasn't he?
Yeah, the big man's been playing exceptionally well, Jim, and I think, you know, at the start of the game, he's always a target, always a man they're looking to play the ball to. Links up well with Paul Lambert here, looks up, tries to bend it past the goalkeeper. Great effort. See Paul Lambert just sliding it through the legs there. Big man knows it perfectly what he's after, tries to bend it to the outside of the goalkeeper. Great play, because he's not just passed it and left it, he's passed it and then went to get the return pass. And smashing effort.
And Derek, when he scores the goal, I mean, he's got Amoruso, hasn't he?
Well, he has, but Amoruso doesn't like playing against the big, stronger players or the smaller players. I mean, he's very, very uncomfortable at times, the Rangers captain. But Viduka, I think the first half, he had something to prove in that game, because, all right, scoring goals. Look at the movement. Great movement. He got that yard in front of Craig Moore, tries to close him down as quickly as he can, but took it early, and that's a fabulous goal. Goalkeeper, absolutely no chance. Craig Moore tried maybe to play him offside, running offside. Viduka looked up, saw the keeper there, and that's a great finish by any standard whatsoever.
It's a great finish there, Tommy, but just a few minutes later he suffers a tackle from Craig Moore, and I just wonder if that was the point where Viduka had maybe had enough, because I think he felt this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, all firm games are like that, Jim. You've got to really go and dominate your opponent. You've got to let them know who's going to be the boss, and I think Craig Moore's certainly made a statement there. because after that, you know, Viduka wasn't really the same player. He seemed to be carrying a knock after that.
He wasn't the same player after that, but in midfield, Derek, let's talk about that. Rangers always seem to have an extra man, didn't they?
Well, they did have an extra man there just because of the system that Celtic play, and I thought Barry Ferguson had an outstanding game. Van Bronckhorst as well. I thought they dominated for long periods in the game. And when you give these players space to play, then they'll punish you, and that's what happened at several occasions. For the Rangers goal, that's exactly what happened.
Classic example, Tommy, when we see it, Billy Dodds, space. Now, who would you blame here, Tebier, Stubbs, or
Well,
is there
I think it's a
blame
wee
to
bit of
allocate?
communication, Jim. You know, the one should be shouting. You know, if Stubbs is going to be picking him up, he should be telling, you know, Tebier where he's at. As it is, you know, Dodds is getting between the two of them there. Tony Viduka's turned inside. Dodds has opened his body up well, and a smashing shot. Although it's been a wee bit of deflection off Alan Stubbs.
It's a case of marking space, Tom, isn't it? Rather than going with the man, they're marking their own little areas and get caught out for it.
I think Tebier in that instance should be, you know,
Go with this for
goal
skill.
side of it.
Absolutely magnificent skill. The start of the second half. 35 seconds of the second half. There were something like 5 chances at the start of that second half in the first 12 minutes. But that's Billy Dodds at his best, full of confidence.
And this one here, Tommy, Wallace whips it across and Dodds just can't reach it.
Yeah, Dodds will be angry there because I think that Wallace only needed to slide that across into his path. I think he's misread the situation. He just pushed into his path. Dodds was putting that away there, but thank God he didn't.
Tommy, you were surprised to see Stilian Petrov on the team sheet. He went off and Reggie Blinker came on, and that just seemed to give them a bit more width, didn't it?
Well, I felt like that side of the pitch they've not got a left-sided player, and I think, you know, Reggie Blinker coming on managed to put a couple of decent quality crosses in, and I think that was the thing that was causing Rangers problems. You know, quality crosses came in from McNamara. Moravcik had a good effort off of there, with a good header coming in here, again from across. And I think, you know, Reggie Blinker being introduced gave Celtic the option to get crosses in from both sides.
Derek,
I thought Charbonnet was very shaky today, and even not only in cross balls but in the pass backs. I mean, he seemed to be a very nervous goalkeeper today. And I thought Celtic may have swung a lot more bottles in under the bar. You know, put him under pressure. That didn't happen.
So much talk before the game, Derek, about the referee Hugh Dallas. Celtic had written a letter saying maybe he shouldn't be in charge, but he had a fantastic match, we have to say that.
Well, I'll tell you what, he was the man of the match for me. I thought Hugh Dallas got 99.9% of things right today. I thought at the start of the game, first 15-20 minutes when players were having a few digs, didn't book them right away, went over and had a quick word. That situation, that could have boiled up. He went over and said, hey, the two of you, away you go, let's go on with it. Very sensible referee. We don't want to hear any more about Hugh Dallas. He's Scotland's #1 referee, and I thought he was fabulous today.
I think we all agree on that one, gentlemen. Thank you for the moment. It's time for us to take a break, but coming up, an exclusive roundup of all the rest of the games played in a dramatic day of Premier Division action, plus some great goals from the First Division as well. We'll be right back.